Well, I may have miscalculated how hard it would be to move this later. Well, hey there. It is February, last week, February 22nd. And I've basically been hibernating. I've done nothing down here. As soon as I got that roof done, I just kind of shrunk back into my hole inside and have not been working on it. So the project here today is, well, the project is nothing. Gonna do a little bit of snow moving around, and I gotta change the oil on my car. Really, that's it. This thing needs a stinking battery. Could not get it to start yesterday without jumping it. Let's see what it does today. Yeah. I don't like the way that does that. I'm gonna try to work on the car down here because this is the one spot that I have that isn't an ice cube. It's kind of easy for me to keep working when I have like a real goal, but as soon as I do something like get a roof on, I've been down here a few times trying to feel out the situation to, you know, pick the next thing to work on. And I just turn around and go back in the house. I really don't like winter. I don't go ice fishing, I don't have a snowmobile, none of it. Probably think all I do is snowplow videos now, but that's just because that's all I've been doing lately. So freaking sick of things being frozen. Holy cow. So sick of it. Freaking doorknob on the passenger side will not open. All right, let's drop this thing off. This seems to be holding up good. I don't see any deformation or cracks or anything. Same with this after I added that other beefy piece. So that's great. All right, I need to get this bucket. I gotta bust down some snowbanks. Tiny little bit of ice to keep that from going on. So irritating. How is it something so stupid can cause problems? Was snow, but as soon as you put pressure on it, it's now ice. I hate winter. Honestly, can't wait till I just go back inside. Will it go on now? Better make sure this side's clean. It's not. Why? Still not sitting down on there all the way. So there, something like that. That's 10 minutes of screwing around. You wouldn't think so, but it is. This probably, you know, this wouldn't be less of an issue once I have my building organized and can have everything just in there so it's not out in the snow. All right, let's go do what we were set off to do originally. We've got a snowbank that is frozen on the bottom. We got to push it back. The neighbor's got a contractor coming with some equipment that they want to place in this area. So it's going to have taken longer to put the bucket on than to do this job. But I've got snowbanks that I need to shove back too, down by the mill. And while I'm doing that, I might as well pull out my logs that I have there. I need to get to milling here again right off. Actually, my neighbors just gave me a light string, which would be good for the milling area. I'd like to, now that it's warming up a little bit, I'd like to get into cutting some more lumber, possibly in the evenings. I actually think now I'd be better off with the plow. The part that I thought I was might gonna be able to get done broke up, I cannot. So yeah, let me go bust up the stuff I need to do, and then I'll come back over here with the plow. Probably would be good to go back another 30 or 40 feet up in here. I'm just getting into the ground with the bucket is the problem. Do what I gotta do, plow back on. Because we're gonna get snow tomorrow, like anywhere from 1 inch to 2 feet. They never really know anymore, annoyingly. So yeah, I'm gonna get to milling here again in the near future. I mean, I do have the roof. It's just been so cold. It's been like 0 every night for weeks. So I'm gonna try to push this pile back a little bit here. Let's see how it goes. It's not ideal. The problem is traction on the tires. So I'm just just want to get it back. Yeah, just like that. I'm just spinning like crazy. I can't even move forward with nothing. Well, I didn't really do much. Does anybody have a big front end loader I can borrow for a while? The bulldozer? Yeah, so I'll put the plow back on it and see if I can just kind of chisel away at it. But I gotta get this metal out of here and pull these logs out. I'm gonna get my plow back on now, go clean up more over there, and then really I should put my grapple on and move these. Covered in hydraulic oil. I'm gonna try to make as much room as I can over here too. lumpy. The bucket works, man, but I tell you what, the plow works better. It's just something about it. It's like it's designed for snow. I know that's weird, but that's all I can think of is it works so good. Yep, there's that hump. Not much I can do about that. Alright, let's see how far we can push this. This right here is where a V-plow would really be the thing to have, but we're lucky to have a plow. It's not like a truck where I can just hit it at 40 miles an hour. I mean, yeah, I guess I could in high range, but that's probably a real easy way to start screwing stuff up. Making a mess of things. Alright, let me angle this a little bit. Some of this back here. A little bit more dirt there than I was expecting. Whoops. I don't remember there being that much brush in the in there, but alright, that's it. That's good. Alright, well, let's futz around with this for a little bit longer, and then I gotta do an oil change on the old Mazda 3 over here. It's well overdue, and we gotta go a couple hundred miles down the highway and back. We'll already be back by the time you see this. Honestly, right now, the plan is just to get this pushed back enough so that I can push more snow in here, I guess. Because there's more coming. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. At one point I had it pushed all the way back into there, but I don't know. Just know that I need to, next year before winter, have this opened up so I can just keep going with it and pile it up and not have to worry about it. Well, I may have miscalculated how hard it would be to move this later. This is hard. Like, I'm resisting the urge to go get a shovel and make a snow fort. Anyway, let's get to it. Oh, I got you something. Nope, snowball in my pocket. There's some wood scraps in there, but this is ridiculous. I was gonna be doing drifting lessons, did ya? Oh, I've just about got it. Jesus. I mean, it's the 6 inches of ice under everything that makes it awful. Yes. The little diverter valve that I put in there though works a treat. You hit something hard or ungiving, it actually lets it bypass instead of just breaking stuff. I think I've got it set fairly conservatively so that it'll bypass more often than not. See, like, I don't know what that is, but it is not wanting to move it. It's probably just ice. Yeah. Ice is strong. Woo! Alright, that's enough before I break something. That's better. That was like out to here before, which was, you know, not good for this. I could have got in there, but not straight in. What time of day is it? 12:51. Ooh, a new project farm video. I'd like to clean this up some before this next snowstorm. I know it's a little late to wait until your building's built, but I got a grading issue here. I know it's all pitched right into my building. I'm gonna add some gravel in here, I think, but I need to dig this down, or at least put some sort of a ditch in front of here, like just something subtle. Oh yeah, I gotta change the oil on my car. I gotta not forget why I'm here. All right, and then I think there's one more wrapped up in this snowbank over here, so let's see if we can dig that out of there. Or I put that through my grill. Yep, there it is. Can't even finish one thing before something else pops up. This is like loose. A little cap on there with the screw, I'm sure. But like, I don't want to mess with that right now, and I'll forget about it. That'll fall off, and then my window won't close. I gotta move some of this junk. Friggin' tires. Whatever this is. Hope you didn't think that this was gonna be like some project. This is just what I'm doing. I figured I'd make a video so that you all wouldn't think I was dead. So you all didn't think I was dead. I don't know how if that made sense or not, but probably not. Why do I keep stuff like this? Why do I keep it? Everything's frozen, always, all winter. That is like permanently attached. Even these are glued to the ground. Are you freaking... I can't have anything. I know I bitch and moan, but man, this is just... It never freaking stops. I gotta get that up. That piece of plywood. Yeah. Left like half of this behind. Probably happened to the other one too. Permanent. Oh yeah. I'll ruin this one in a different way. My God. More side projects. So this time of year is just so great because over here you have this froze to the ground. Over here you already have mud. I need to move to like Tennessee or something. I hate this place. Anyway, I got a tool to get rid of that. Ha ha! Ha ha! Oh. Ha ha! Seriously. Just give me like 40 minutes to gather everything. We're gonna do a 15-minute oil change or less. We're gonna time it. But that timer is gonna start once we get on the ramps. Here. Yeah, I should probably fix that. And this. I'm going to do neither. Yep. Get these pieces of cardboard that came in a box of bandsaw blades just to keep me out of the muck and the hydraulic oil, apparently. Coming up on another future episode. This should be all the tools I need. Just some metric Allen keys for the plug, socket, wrench, a rag, oil and filter. As soon as I pop the hood, we'll start the timer. Ready? Here we go. Uh-oh. I already got a snag. I need a screwdriver too. I forgot this thing has a belly pan. How are we doing for time? Oh my word. That one's a bolt. It doesn't have a, I mean, they're all bolts. One of them doesn't have a friggin' Phillips head. That's what I get for being overconfident. I normally wouldn't do this. I'd take it somewhere in the winter because nowhere to work on it. You know, if your whole driveway's ice, you really aren't even gonna be able to get your car up on to ramps. So, all right, where's the other stuff? I can never remember which one it is. The one that looks most worn. Oh my word. These friggin' things suck. Come on. Of course not. Not that one. That's not it either. What in the hell? Why? Yeah, throw it in the mud. Of course. Why wouldn't you? There it is. All right, crack that off. And then I'm actually going to pull out the oil filter. Get that going. That wasn't very tight. Beauty. Oil's warm enough, but not boiling hot. I like it. All right. So, before I get too ahead of myself, let's just throw this on. Oh no, it's got the wrapper. Get a little O-ring lube off of the stream. Get that cloud back on there, but while I'm waiting for that to drain. Boy, she's full. That's good. It means I had plenty of oil. Oh yeah, the other beautiful thing about working on your car in the winter is all the crud falling off of it. How are we doing on time? Just waiting for this oil to drain. Come on. I should have opened the cap. I will do that now. Yeah. Yeah, should have done that to begin with. It would have been so much faster. Yeah, I wonder what it would be like to live in the South. Like Tennessee, North Carolina, where there's good roads for motorcycle riding, mostly. Well, and cars. Alright, that's close enough. I'm just gonna dribble like that all night. Ain't nobody got time for that. Alright, now the important part is you gotta remember to put oil back in it. Really, that's the most important part. So now I gotta slosh this all over the place. Yep, cause a disaster. Throw this back on. It's a freaking self-tapper. Of course it is. There's that. My goal when I do this is to not get in and out of here 50 times. I kind of want to just do it all at once. Alright, hang that on the top. Put these back in the what's it? Yep. One more. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yep. Okay. Refill. Talk about somebody funny doing an oil change. Friggin' Derek on Vice Grip Garage. Yelling out like he's working in a lube shop. And that's why I wear a Vice Grip Garage hat all the time. Because, man, that guy is the best. He gets me going. Alright. Let's fill this thing and then call the time. In this car, I've done numerous oil changes on. This thing just takes 5 quarts. I guess I've been sitting around too long. I could hardly even get that open just now. I had this oil in the house so I could actually pour it in here. You leave this stuff sitting out in the cold, you'll be a while putting it in. Even more so on the motorcycle stuff, 20-50 weight. Or gear oil or anything like that. You want it nice and warm. I know I put the drain plug in and the filter back on, but my brain is telling me I didn't. I know I did. There you go, fella. I'm going to run the snot out of you again. Of course, depending on who you ask, I change my oil every 5,000 miles. This is all it's ever had in it. This says it's good for 20,000. No, thank you. I would never run my oil that long. So as it is right now, I have a little reminder light that comes on at 5,000 miles. I might be 800 over or 1,000. But this thing's got 130,000 miles on it. It runs just like the day I bought it. All right, what's the time? How did I do? I mean, if you truly want to see, well, I'm not gonna close the hood yet because I'm not a complete crazy person. I am gonna pull the dipstick when it gets back down on the ground. So time, and then cleaning up, that's optional, you know. That could be like, well, we're gonna get snow. Maybe it'll blow in here and cover it all. All right, let's get this thing down. Reset the oil light. she's showing her age in the old infotainment system. It's a little slow. You got to go in through that to reset it. You couldn't just have it be a button. Vehicle status. Maintenance. Oil change, 0 miles. Yep. Service past due. Oh, sorry. I have it set to fixed. You can do flexible, I don't know. Let's just get new oil at 5,000 miles, okay? Let's not have the car determine what it wants for oil. And therefore, my little maintenance light went out. It was a wrench. Still have a tire light on. I gotta take care of that too. All right, that's it for that. This is always fun. You gotta put the waste oil somewhere. Put it back in the jug. Easy, right? The geometry on the pour spout on this, not so good. I don't know who thought that was a good idea, but oh, geez, you know. Well, keep my ground from rusting out anyway. I mean, could that be a worse profile for that to pour? I'd probably be better off pouring it where there wasn't a spout. That's all right. It'll keep the dust down. Now that I'm finally at like this angle, it's pouring okay. But like, what a stupid design that is. You know, I have these because they're cheap. They're like $2. They've got the big friggin' thing with the nozzle on it too, but those suck in different ways. There, just wipe this guy down. Yep, there. Perfect. Can't even tell I was here. This thing's friggin' filthy under the hood. Dirt road life. I mean, it don't get much better than that. It's like 2/3 of the way up between the holes. Well, I gotta put air in the tires of this thing. And if I need to be out here, you need to be out here. And what do you do with this? You know, like I need a place. I need a barrel. See that barrel over there? That one next to the pile of wood. I originally had that out here for waste oil. I need to set that up somewhere out of the weather and continue to put waste oil in it. All right, let me get rid of these. Yeah, rather than leave those somewhere where they can glue themselves to the ground, let's do something like this. My word, they're heavy. Beautiful. And I have more room than ever. Have you seen my jump pack? You know, it's all self-contained. When you need it, you just hook the things on and then hook it to whatever. It's portable, it's got a handle. Yep. I need a hose for it to put air in my tire. I had a Cobalt 24 volt little air pump thing. Put it on one of my truck tires one day to go for a bit because it was truck tire had like 5 pounds of air in it. I turned it on, walked away, came back like 10 minutes later. I expected it to pump up and shut off. Come back like 10 minutes later and the thing's still singing and the thing still has no pressure in it. So I don't know if I started it at a bad time, like when it was cold, but wasn't making no PSI no more. So whatever piston ring is on that pumps the air must have come apart. Freaking Chinese garbage. All right, air hose for the tire. I guess I should probably blow out my PC while I'm doing this. My personal computing device. I need a golf cart. I'm running back and forth here. Oh, I forgot to hook this up. Man, I need to get some 90-degree fittings for these. This straight on stuff is not very easy. Yeah? Beauty. All right, well, I'll let you go, I guess. I'm not gonna make you watch me fill a tire. Oh, I just left the door wide open on the tractor. Boy, she looks good in there. Proper friggin' building. I need to get this back wall done. And then as soon as the snow melts, I need to get the roof on this thing. And hopefully next winter, hopefully, I'll have a place to work. I'll be real honest with you, I've been sitting on my butt playing video games and watching TV. Because, man, I hate winter. All right. See you later.